Well, I grew up in two different places. I grew up in a small farming community called Bridgeton. My mom was my mom. My dad he was an itinerant musician when my mom married him. He stayed. He he, be- he stayed. Worked in a coal mine, and he also worked weekends as an itinerant musician, country and western. Could not read a note of music, I don't think, but he still played with a country and western band on weekends out in Park County. That's where my dad grew up, and me and a couple buddies of mine took a trip to Europe at 19. Go figure, on a motorcycle
Where'd you start at?
at Port Lafayette. That's where I was stationed, and we went up through the Atlas Mountains, caught the ferry across from Gibraltar to Gibraltar, and then went into Spain and went up the Spanish Riviera, and that's people don't realize how much that is. That's really a nice area, that Spanish Riviera. And so we went up the Spanish Riviera and went up to Valencia, and we'd sleep alongside the road. If you couldn't do that.
Air?
Yeah, you couldn't do that in Spain. In Spain in those days, they had what they called Guardia Civil. And it's these guys would be walking down the road with patent leather hat. And when he held up his hand, he meant for you to stop, you stopped. And again, they carried submachine guns. So anyway, and so you'd have to get back on the road again. Anyway, we went over into France because we heard women there were topless.
Were they?
Yeah, they were. Most of them shouldn't have been. I think that every young man in today's world, every young woman, should experience something like that. I was this when I was in Morocco,
Yeah.
and I came home from Morocco, and I go home. I went home to my parents' house, and there was this baby in this crib. I said, "Well, which one of you girls got married?" Of course, everybody got married those days, Fool. And I said, "Wasn't that?" He says, "His mom." Oh, really? So I said to my mom, I said, "Mom, I said, not that it bothers me so much that you have another baby, but at least you should have told me about it." She'd get these look in her eyes and kind of glance off. She said, "I thought I did." I said, "Okay." I said, "As far as I'm concerned, you did not. I think I would have remembered something like that." So anyway, about years later, I don't know how many, it was after my mom had passed away, and it was we were sitting around. We had this metal box. They called it the steel box, but they always had the key that hung on the latch.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
one of those. And so I brought it out and was reading all the stuff that was in it. Like my brother-in-law's birth certificate was in it.
Yeah.
How many people that have their brother-in-laws birth certificate hanging, for when we went in the Marine Corps.
I see.
And so, but anyway, it was this steel block. I'm going through it, everybody's laughing. And are you bothering you?
No, no, I'm good. Stretching.
We're laughing and joking, about all the stuff that's in it. And Judy said to me, "Oh, it was a letter to me."
I was gonna say, did you find a letter that she?
Yeah, I found a letter in it. Found a letter in it, in a box, and the sister's coming here in a few minutes. We thought, and we thought it pretty funny that there's a letter to me when I was in Morocco. Well, now when they found out that I was going, they send you through SERE training, which is it's survival, escape, evasion, resistance. So I went through that training in Great Dismal Swamp of Virginia. Then they fly your ass over there, and you just we landed in Tonsanute Air Force Base. Well, we went through Japan, Yokota, Japan, and we landed in Tonsanute Air Force Base in Vietnam. And you get over there, and all these guys all the Army guys and Marines have got their camis on, and they wasn't camis, they were greens. We called them greens. Everybody wore green, green uniform. And it was, when I'm in whites and everybody else is in camis, I think, whoops, something's wrong here. So anyway, they issued us a green uniform.
Why did that jump out? Because they were.
Well, I'm in a white uniform. What the hell am I doing in a white uniform?
How long were you there for total?
Well, I wasn't there very long. I knew I wasn't going to be there very long, just till I finished that tour, which was made up 9 months. I was there. I'd already been there 4, so I was there another 5.
So you're in Vietnam total 5 months?
Yeah, but then I came back again, and I got 3 years over there though. I did a destroyer for 9 months. I did an ammunition ship for 17 months. First time you're up close and in combat, you're pissed your pants. So somebody bails your ass out. They used to have a saying over there, FNG, and I would hear it all the time, FNG, fucking new guy. Till you get your first, go through your first combat, then you don't hear it anymore,
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, FNG. We were riding, it's 4th of July. We were riding around it must have been a 64 Chevrolet. And this guy was, I had a police cruiser pulled up alongside of us. I had exactly one string of stringers, one, not the big bar crackers, the smaller ones, And I lit it and threw it in the back of that police cruiser.
What happened next?
Well, they pulled us over, and so the driver jumped out, and he said he's got his driver's license and all that, and he showed him, and of course then the cops say, we don't want you, man, so we want that crazy bastard in the back. We didn't have any firecrackers in our car. It wasn't me.
Yeah. You threw all you had?
I threw them all. It was attached string. There used to be a thing called, because they didn't have all these computers in those days. They had I think that Well, I know that they had the thing called Parents Without Partners. I met her, and a funny thing, she gave me the wrong telephone number.
On purpose?
She said not.
So you guys-
What can I say? She said not.
yeah.
And so we were hesitant. So a couple years dating, that's a long time.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Especially at 40.
he had 40. But and I asked her to marry me. She said, come over and plopped her behind in my lap and said, we're going out tonight. I said, oh, I don't know. She says, what do you want to do? And she said, oh, I don't know. I said, well, why don't we get married? She said, are you serious? I said, well, yeah. She said, okay. We're going through de Gaulle Airport in Paris. And they decided to strip search me. And Helen went through with, she had all these mechanical devices implanted on her body. She had all these cards that she just hold up and they'd wave her through, you know. But I had a suitcase full of medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going through the airport, and she's standing outside, peeking in the windows, laughing her ass off, holding up her cards. She thought it was pretty funny.